remember standing there at my brother's seal ceremony, watching the crowd cheer for him as if he were some kind of American hero while I stayed silent, frozen, clutching the program so tightly the edges dug into my palms. Everyone around me was clapping, whistling, wiping tears of pride. And somewhere behind me, I heard my uncle whisper loudly enough for the whole row to hear. Not like his brother. He dropped out of the Navy, couldn't handle it. And someone else murmured, "Shame." I didn't turn around. I didn't argue. I didn't say a word because after everything I had gone through, after everything I had sacrificed, I had learned that sometimes silence tells the truth louder than any explanation. But tell me, before I even begin this mess, was I wrong for staying silent? Was I wrong for letting everyone believe what they wanted instead of telling them what really happened? Because if you were in my shoes, would you have done something different? The truth is, none of what they believed about me was real. But the rumors had started long before this ceremony. Long before my brother put on that uniform and became the golden child everyone adored. Growing up, I was always the responsible one. The one who fixed things, carried things, took care of problems before they escalated. My parents were strict, especially my father, who treated discipline like a religion. And maybe that's why the Navy was always in the back of my mind. Not because I wanted to impress anyone, but because structure felt familiar, predictable, safe. My brother, on the other hand, was wild. He drank too much, fought too much, and coasted through life as if consequences didn't apply to him. But he had one advantage: charm. He could walk into a room and everyone loved him instantly, even when he hadn't earned it. So when I enlisted first, the family's reaction was lukewarm. A polite, "Oh, that's great," followed by questions about my backup plan. But when my brother casually announced over dinner that he wanted to try for the SEALs, the room exploded into applause as if he had already been awarded a medal. My mother started crying. My father stood up and shook his hand like he had discovered fire. They went out and bought him training gear the next day, and that should have been my first clue. My accomplishments would never shine as brightly as his promises. When I shipped off to basic training, I worked harder than I ever had in my life. I pushed myself beyond exhaustion, beyond fear, beyond every limit I thought I had. I wasn't the biggest or the strongest, but I had grit. I didn't quit. I didn't complain. I didn't break. For the first time, I felt like I belonged somewhere, like I had a purpose that wasn't tied to being someone's older brother. But then things changed. During a nighttime training exercise, our unit got caught in a storm. Rain so heavy it felt like needles stabbing your skin. We were carrying full packs across a narrow trail when the earth under me gave way. I slipped down a slope, slamming into a tree, and something in my spine snapped so violently I blacked out. I woke up in a medical tent, unable to move my legs without pain so blinding I couldn't even breathe. They told me I was lucky I wasn't paralyzed. They told me recovery would take months, maybe longer. They told me I would have to be discharged. And that single word, discharged, felt like a knife twisting in my gut. Not because I cared about titles or medals, but because I knew how my family would see it. I had failed. And in their world, failure wasn't just disappointment. It was shame. When I returned home, still walking stiffly, carrying paperwork and instructions for physical therapy, the first thing my parents asked wasn't, "Are you okay?" It was, "What did you do wrong?" My father didn't say it with concern. He said it with that familiar look of judgment that I had grown up with. My mother tried to soften it, but even she couldn't hide the disappointment in her eyes. And my brother, who hadn't even started his own training yet, laughed and said, "Damn, you didn't even make it a year?" I told them what happened. I told them everything. But they didn't believe it. Or maybe they didn't want to, because injury didn't fit the story they liked to tell about me. Dropout did. Over the next few months, the whispers spread through the extended family. I couldn't hack it. I quit. I gave up. And every time I heard it, I felt smaller and smaller. Like the truth didn't matter at all if no one wanted it. I threw myself into physical therapy, determined to recover, not because of them, but for myself. And slowly, painfully, I got better. I went back to school, got certifications, built a stable job, and rebuilt my life piece by piece. Meanwhile, my brother started his SEAL pipeline, and for the first time in his life, he actually worked hard. I respected that, truly. But the way my parents treated him during that time made me feel like I was watching someone else live the life they wished I had lived. Then came the day of the ceremony. My mother insisted I come. "It'll mean a lot to him," she said. But I knew what she really meant. It'll make the family photo look better. I showed up anyway because a part of me hoped that maybe my being there would show I wasn't bitter or jealous or any of the things they had accused me of being. I stood silently with my hands in my pockets as my brother walked across the stage in his uniform, receiving his trident. The pride on my parents' faces was blinding. Everyone crowded around him afterward, taking pictures, patting him on the back, congratulating him like he had just saved the world. And then the comments started, loud enough for me to hear. His brother couldn't handle the Navy, but he made it. At least, one of them turned out strong. Maybe the older one was never cut out for it. Each sentence hit me like a punch to the chest. I wanted to scream. I wanted to shove my medical records in their faces. I wanted to tell them how close I had come to permanent disability. But I didn't. I just stood there, letting the lies swirl around me, because I was so damn tired of defending myself. But here's where things took a turn no one expected. During the reception, a man approached me, one of my brother's instructors. He introduced himself, shook my hand firmly, and said, "You're the older brother, right? The one who got injured during training?" I nodded, taken aback. He continued, "Your brother told us about you. Said you pushed yourself so hard you ignored the pain until your body gave out. Takes a different kind of strength to go through that." And for a moment, I thought I misheard him, but he wasn't finished. He also told us you were the reason he didn't quit. Said he wanted to finish what you started. My throat tightened so hard, I couldn't speak. Before I reveal what happened next, I want you to pause and really think. If you were me, standing there hearing strangers praise you while your own family tore you down, how would you feel? What would you have done next? Because that moment changed everything for me. And I want to know what you would have done in my shoes. While I was still processing the instructor's words, my brother came over with 2 drinks in his hand. He handed one to me and smirked. "You heard all that?" he asked. I nodded. And then he said something I never expected. "I know I gave you crap. I know they did too. But you're the toughest person I know. I watched you recover from something that would have broken half the guys I trained with. I felt my eyes burn. But I refused to let the tears fall." He continued, "I don't correct them because..." He hesitated. "Because I hate the way Dad looks at you. If I defend you, he'll just say I'm making excuses. But I know the truth, and you know the truth. That's enough, right?" I didn't answer because I wasn't sure. Then he pulled something from his pocket, a small challenge coin with the seal insignia. "This isn't official or anything," he said, "but I want you to have it. Consider it. Shared." For the first time in years, I felt something between us shift, like maybe we were finally seeing each other clearly. But the real climax came later when my father approached us, his drink in hand, his chest puffed out with pride. He clapped my brother on the back, congratulating him loudly, then turned to me and said with a smirk, "Maybe now you'll learn what real discipline looks like." The words hit me like a slap, and without thinking, I said, "You know what? I'm done." The entire table went silent. I'm done pretending I'm the disappointment you think I am. I'm done letting you rewrite my life into a failure just because it makes you feel like a better father. My father's face hardened. "Watch your tone," he snapped. But I didn't stop. When I came home injured, you didn't care if I was okay. You cared that I didn't finish the story you wanted to brag about. But guess what? I'm proud of what I did. I survived something most people wouldn't. And I don't owe you an apology for not being your perfect soldier. My father didn't reply. He just stared at me, stunned, maybe even ashamed. My mother tried to step in, but my brother stopped her. "He's right," he said. "You treated him like garbage, and you never once acknowledged what he went through." That shocked her into silence. The aftermath wasn't dramatic. My father walked away without saying another word. My mother cried quietly. My brother stayed by my side, handing me tissues and muttering, "About time someone said it." And for the first time, I didn't feel alone. Later that night, my brother and I sat in the parking lot, talking about everything we had never talked about. And though it didn't fix years of hurt, it was a start. Now looking back on everything, I realized something important. Grief isn't only about losing people. Sometimes it's about losing the version of your family you wish you had. And healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it's as simple as finally choosing yourself. So that's my story. If you were on my side, hit the like button. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, what would you have done in my place? I'll see you all in the next story.